What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the WWE Elite WrestleMania 23, WrestleMania 30, Bret the Hitman Hart from WrestleMania 10. This was his attire that he wore in WrestleMania 10, but the series that this figure is from the WrestleMania 30 exclusive series. So yeah, taking a look at Bret, he does not come with these elbow pads, which Bret always wore, so I just gave him, I had an old basic John Morrison, so I just popped those off and I popped them on Bret here, and he looks a lot better with the shoulder pads on. So yeah. Bret also comes with a WWE Championship belt, which is right here, which he did win in WrestleMania 10 against Yokozuna. Actually fought two matches in that night. First was it was actually the opener for WrestleMania 10. It was against Owen Hart, which he, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen WrestleMania 10 yet, Bret Hart does lose to Owen and then eventually beats, he has a second match against Yokozuna later on in the night, and he beats Yokozuna for the World Heavyweight Championship. Which is actually kind of similar to what they're doing with Daniel Bryan right now, which I've noticed. Doing the two matches in one night thing, kind of reminiscent of the whole WrestleMania 10. But I digress. So taking a look at Bret, he does, like I said, he does not come with these elbow pads, which I was kind of shocked that he didn't, because Bret always wore elbow pads and knee pads. That was just kind of his thing. He always wore elbow pads and knee pads. But he does come with these removable glasses we can take off. Let me take them off here. And they are that kind of like late 80s, early 90s, maybe 80s, early 80s to mid 90s, like reflective surfaced, like rainbow colored reflective sunglasses, but they do just pop right onto the sides here. They just kind of fit in with his hair right there, and it fits in. You kind of have to work them in on the right side here. They don't want to line up properly, but if you work them in, you can get them. I mean, that's as best as I could get them. Don't forget his hair also does get in the way a little bit. I wish I would have done a little bit better. It just seems like Mattel can't get hair right for some reason with these WWE figures. Like I had the Diamond Dallas Page figure, and that hair looked like wet noodles. I don't know. Maybe they should just stick to doing one mold for the hair and stop trying to do individual bangs, because it just looks like, I don't know. Looks like black licorice on the front of his head. It just doesn't look right for some reason. The face, I don't know. The face is, I'd say, okay. I guess at certain angles it kind of, I can kind of see Bret, but I don't know. I think the face sculpt could be better. Maybe it's just the hair that's really knocking this face off. I don't know. Gotta do a better job at that, Mattel. But I don't know. It would have been nice if, and I only want to bring this up now because I'm a big DC UC collector. It would have been nice, I mean, if our DC Universe Classics got two accessories like, WWE figures did. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Or you could have kept the line going and just used these body molds and maybe just retooled them a little bit. But no. Anywho, back to the figure at hand, because I don't want to get too off subject. As far as articulation goes, his head does move side to side. It can do a full 360 if you wanted to. The hair is pliable, rubbery type hair, so you can just do a full 360 with it. It doesn't really hinder anything. As far as his arm articulation goes up about that far, goes down, really nice and smooth movement. Does do a full 360. He's got a bicep swivel, a single bend at the elbow. It is a little bit better than that. I just have the elbow pad on. It does go up a little bit farther. He's got a wrist swivel and a wrist hinge, so it goes in and out. He has an ab crunch, which works nicely, and it goes back. Waist swivel, T-jointed hips, which are really nice. Go forward and don't really go back because the way the butt is sculpted. He's got an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He's got a boot swivel, which is kind of redundant if you have an upper thigh swivel, but it's still there. He does have an ankle pivot, and he does have an ankle hinge, and mine is really stiff, so I'm going to take it easy on that, but it is there if it will move. I don't want to break the ankle off because I just got this figure, so but it is there. I've noticed with a lot of these WWE Mattel figures that these ankles sometimes, not so much in the pivot section, but more so in the hinge where it goes back and forth, they like to freeze up or snap off. So be forewarned about that in case you're new to buying WWE figures. But I decided to pick this guy up. I don't buy too many wrestling figures. I kind of went on a wrestling figure binge as of late. This is pure nostalgia right here. I mean, I grew up with Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. Those were really the two I really grew up with, and I say grew up with because, as a kid I was watching Roddy Piper. He was my favorite, more so even over Hulk Hogan, just because the guy was such an asshole. I don't know, for some reason, just smashing coconuts over Jimmy Superfly Snuka's head, and but these, in the, I don't know, I'd say late 80s, early 90s, that's when I really started grasping wrestling and really started understanding more about it. And these, that's when Bret started to get his comeuppance, and Shawn was still in the rockers and kind of breaking his way out by the end of 91. That's when I really started, I think I really started liking Shawn around 90 when he was still with the Rockers, and then Bret Hart, I always liked Bret Hart, and because he was with Jimmy Anvil Neidhart and they were the Hart Foundation. But so here's Bret with all of his accessories. I won't go too much on that because I could talk about why I like the things I do all day. So there he is with all of his accessories. I really do like the black top with the pink bottoms. I think it looks good. It looks very 1994-ish, which is what this era is supposed to be for him. There is a couple other figures that he came out. I believe he's got 3 Elite figures. I believe this is his 3rd. He had an all-pink version, which was a Ringside Collectibles exclusive. He also had a Defining Moments, which was the Hart Foundation all-black version. So there you go. Also known as the Montreal Screwjob. That was the all-black version. But this is from WrestleMania 10 when he won the title. So there you go. Maybe sometime in the near future we can get an Owen Hart figure. That would be nice to almost finish off the Hart Foundation there, and then a Jim Anvil Neidhart. I don't know what the heck is taking so long with that figure. But yeah, so there you go. There is my review of the WWE Elite WrestleMania 30, if I can get his belt to say. WrestleMania 30 Elite WrestleMania 10 attire Bret the Hitman Hart with WWE title belt and sunglasses. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the flip side.